Welcome to App Design Tips. Just a few days ago, Sketch announced a new update, and that's Sketch 53. And there's a few improvements to the performance and snapping and things like that, but we're not going to talk about those. We're just going to talk about the fill popover and override management control for your symbols. So the first thing, let's take a look at fill popover. And if I click on this element here, we can see this gold color. And if I click on this, now we can see the new fill popover menu. And a lot of the controls feel familiar, but one thing that's really nice down here is we get our document colors that actually have names. So if we want to right click, we can rename any of our colors, like primary, for example. And now these are just the document colors. So we can right click and we can copy this to the global colors. And if we want to access our global colors, we can come in here, access those. And if we want a condensed version of these without the names, we can do that as well. So now let's take a look at symbol overrides and management. So if we come up here, this entire section is a symbol. And if we open up the layers panel, we can see symbols within symbols and some styles here inside of the symbols. So we have a lot of things going on. And when you do have a complex symbol like this with nested symbols, you can come over here to the properties panel and edit some different overrides, but it becomes really hard to find what you want, like where's Waldo hard. So what we want to do here with this new update, we can double click on this symbol, and this will take us to the master symbol here. And now we can see in the properties panel there's manage overrides. So here, I may not ever want to override these quotations, for example. So I can come over here and disable the override controls here. I don't ever want to control those. Let's do this one here. And maybe these icons right here, I don't ever want to change this in the symbol. I may want to in other symbols, but this particular symbol, I want to disable those overrides. So I'm going to click and uncheck these, and now I can't override those either. So now, when I come back to my instance, you can see that the settings to change those overrides are hidden, and it cleans it up just a bit. But it's still really complex. It's still really hard to find, especially in this kind of complex nesting and layering. So there's another easy way that we can manage some of the overrides and have greater control over our productivity. And that is just simply selecting on the screen. So if I want to change this image, I just select this, and now this override is isolated inside the properties panel. It's really easy to find. Same thing here, if I want to change the name, I click on that, and now I can change the name directly. So it just becomes really easy to pick and find exactly what I want to change here when I have a really complex symbol or style overrides. That's it. Now Sketch has a few smaller improvements and updates, and if you want to take a look at that entire list, I have a link in the description below and you can read about that. Now, if you're new to my channel and you want to see more videos and tips like this, go ahead and hit subscribe, and then also click on that bell icon to be notified of future videos.